It all began on a bright Monday afternoon at Maplewood Middle School. The final bell rang, sending students streaming into the hallways. While most headed home or to sports practice, 5 curious faces gathered by room 212's door. 1. The idea takes root. Maya Patel, clutching a purple notebook, tapped lightly on the door. Jamal Thompson arrived next with a skateboard under his arm. Aiko Suzuki pushed her glasses up the bridge of her nose, and Rafael Torres fidgeted with his shoelaces. Last to join was Layla Ahmed, who carried a stack of colorful flyers she had designed the night before. "I printed these," Layla said, handing them around. "Each read, 'Join the English Club.' We'll meet here every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday after school. We'll play games, watch short films, do projects, anything to learn English together." Maya grinned. "Great idea, Layla. But why English?" Layla looked up. "Well, we're in an English-speaking country now, and while our teachers are awesome, group learning could make it more fun. Plus, if we practice speaking with friends, we'll feel more confident in class." Aiko nodded thoughtfully. "I like that. Speaking English in front of the whole class sometimes scares me." Raphael shrugged. "I'm okay with writing, but I get tongue-tied when I have to speak." Jamal leaned back against the wall. "I'm in. Anything beats doing math homework." Maya closed her notebook, already sketching ideas. "Let's do it!" 2. First meeting jitters. The next Tuesday, the students entered room 212. The walls were bare except for a whiteboard and rows of desks pushed to the sides. Mrs. Chin, their English teacher, greeted them with a warm smile. "Welcome, everyone," she said. "I heard you're starting an English club. I'll help guide you, but this is your space, your rules, your activities." The group arranged desks into a circle. Layla passed out name tags. "Hello, I'm Maya," each red, in bright marker. Then came introductions. The air hummed with excitement. "Let's start easy," suggested Mrs. Chin. "What's a word you associate with English?" The answers tumbled out: homework, songs, storybooks, global, opportunity. Some laughter bubbled up when Jamal admitted, memes. Then Maya raised her hand shyly. "Can we try a tongue twister?" "Of course!" Mrs. Chin encouraged. "Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers," Maya said, stumbling over pickled. The group tried together, giggling as their tongues tangled. Even Mrs. Chin joined in, and for a moment, the teacher-student roles melted away. When they ended, Aiko beamed. "That was fun. I almost said picked a pack of peppered pickles." 3. Finding the right activities. Over the next few weeks, each meeting introduced a new idea. Story circle. One person began a tale in English, one sentence each, round the circle. The absurd plot twists had everyone in stitches: a flying pineapple, a sleepy dinosaur detective, and a lost rainbow sock. Movie night. They watched short animated films with English subtitles. Afterwards, they discussed themes, vocabulary, and characters. Raphael, who usually kept to himself, surprised everyone with thoughtful observations about color symbolism. Role-play cafe, the classroom transformed into a mock cafe, complete with paper menus Layla designed. Students practiced ordering coffee, asking for the bill, and even apologizing for spilled milk. Jamal excelled at being the grumpy barista, no extra foam for you, while Aiko played the polite customer. Music and lyrics, Maya found an upbeat song by an English-speaking artist. They printed the lyrics, listened, then filled in missing words. Soon the room echoed with the chorus, voices growing more confident with every refrain. Each activity added a new layer of comfort. What first felt like a challenge became a playground for their growing skills. 4. Overcoming frustrations. Not every meeting was flawless. One Wednesday, frustrations surfaced. Layla had planned a vocabulary quiz game. She split the group into teams, but the words were too hard. Jamal's team lost every round. "I give up," he muttered, arms crossed. Aiko bit her lip. On the losing team, she whispered, "Maybe some words are too advanced." Layla looked disappointed. "I thought the words would challenge us." She packed up the card deck, ready to scrap the activity. Mrs. Chen rose from her desk. "Learning has hurdles, and that's okay. We adapt. Let's work together." "Jamal, what words were hardest?" As Jamal listed them, Mrs. Chen guided Layla to adjust the difficulty. They created 2 decks, beginner and challenger. Students could progress at their own pace. The next week, Jamal's team won the beginner round, and their cheers filled the room. Layla beamed, her quiz was back on track. 5. Building friendships. Outside the club, friendships blossomed. On weekends, Maya, Aiko, Jamal, Raphael, and Layla met at the local park for English scavenger hunts. They scavenged for items labeled in English, find something that glitters, something that makes a beeping sound. Each clue encouraged conversation and laughter, weaving bonds beyond grammar. One Saturday, they organized a mini talent show in English. Layla recited a poem, Raphael performed a short skit, Aiko read a passage from her favorite English novel. Maya sang the song they learned in club, Jamal tried stand-up comedy, joking about his skateboard's squeaky wheels. By the end, even curious onlookers joined in, clapping and cheering. The students realized they weren't just practicing English, they were sharing pieces of themselves. 6. Confidence through challenge. In April, the school announced International Day, when students would showcase cultures through food, dance, and presentations in English. Mrs. Chen encouraged the English club to present. Excitement and nerves spiked. The group brainstormed a short play combining their favorite story circle characters. A cooking demonstration, each member made a simple snack from their culture while narrating steps in English. A group song performance. They chose the short play. Over several meetings, they wrote a script in English, practiced lines, designed costumes from old clothes, and crafted a cardboard castle backdrop. On the day of International Day, the auditorium buzzed with stalls and performances. When the English club's turn came, spotlights illuminated their castle. Maya narrated. Once upon a time, in the land of Polyglot, lived 5 friends. Raphael portrayed the skeptical King Grammar with a crown made of notebook paper. Aiko, as the wise owl of vocabulary, perched atop a cardboard branch. Jamal, the mischievous jester of pronunciation, tumbled across the stage. Layla, as the storyteller, wove the plot forward. Each line was spoken clearly, with gestures and expressions. The audience laughed when Jamal's jester mispronounced supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, and then cheered when he nailed it the second time. Their finale, a group bow, as Maya proclaimed, "Language brings us together, one word at a time." The applause thundered. In that moment, every hesitation melted away. They had faced a real audience and triumphed. 7. Reflections and growth. After the performance, the 5 friends gathered backstage. Their faces glowed with satisfaction. "I can't believe I spoke in front of the whole school," whispered Aiko, eyes bright. Jamal hopped on his skateboard and didn't fall off stage. "I call that a win." Raphael hugged his script. "I was nervous, but everyone cheered for me." Layla handed out mini certificates she'd created: English Club Star, Achievement in Courage and Communication. Each certificate bore the student's name in decorative calligraphy. Maya handed Mrs. Chen a bouquet of paper flowers, each petal containing a thank you note. Mrs. Chen hugged them all. "You've come so far," she said warmly. "I'm proud of each of you. But remember, learning never ends. Keep speaking, keep reading, and, most of all, keep having fun." 8. Looking ahead. By the end of spring, the English Club had become a second home. New members joined: shy 6th graders, exchange students, and even a few teachers wanting to practice conversational English. The bulletin board outside room 212 was plastered with photos of past activities, laughter-filled story circles, movie study nights, and snapshots of International Day. One afternoon, as summer approached, Layla unrolled a large sheet of paper titled Club Goals for next year. The list included: Pen Pals Project, connect with students overseas. English newsletter, monthly publication with articles, jokes, and interviews. Language exchange fair, invite clubs for other languages to share cultures. Podcast series, record short episodes discussing books, music, and school life. Every face around the circle lit up. Ideas flew like confetti. Maya looked at her friends and felt a warm glow in her chest. "We started this club to learn English," she said, "but we gained so much more: friendship, confidence, creativity." Jamal gave a thumbs up. "And next year, we'll teach others how to do the same." Years later, long after they'd graduated, a new bulletin board in room 212 displayed a glossy poster: The English Club Adventure, a Legacy of Learning. Underneath, photos of Maya at university, Aiko publishing a book, Raphael acting in a school play, Jamal leading a comedy workshop, and Layla designing an educational app, all in English. One autumn day, Maya returned to Maplewood Middle. She peeked into room 212 to find a fresh group of students, eager and nervous, ready to start their own adventure. She smiled and stepped inside. The circle of desks and the welcoming glow of the whiteboard felt exactly the same. It was a reminder that one idea and a handful of determined friends could echo through time, inspiring learners for generations to come. And so the English Club adventure continued, one word, one laugh, one new student at a time.